Uh,
She's like,
All right, let's do the countdown.
so let me get rid of my Facebook.
It's Saturday night
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Hello and
Hey,
welcome to the show. You know what? And I realize I'm not going through my board, so I'm not hearing, or I'm not using the big headphones, so I can't hear all the sound effects. It is Saturday night. Welcome to Kathy and Kitty Explain Pop Culture, a little fun thing we do every Saturday night here since quarantine at about 8:30, and every single week we have a different theme that we talk about, and we thank you for being here. And I am Kathy.
and I'm Kenny.
That's your one cue. That's your one
I'm
line. How
Kenny.
could
I
you
got
mess
it all
it
the
up?
time.
How
You
could
know
you
what?
mess up your one line?
You know
Oh
what? I got one
my God.
line and I
You're
messed it
so
up.
not fetch.
And our cousin Lisa is listening in on us.
Well, today is a special day because usually on pop culture, we talk about anything, movies, cartoons. Last week, an excellent show all about anime, and our special guest,
Yes.
Megan, who was with us,
Megan,
was
Megan, Megan,
excellent.
and Megan.
Um,
On a side note, Megan Ramos will be on December 3rd, Thursday, December 3rd at 9 o'clock. Megan Ramos and I will be starting our Nerd Nation podcast.
All right, excellent. Nerd Nation podcast will begin on December 3rd, so we will look forward to that. For this particular podcast, it is a special one in that it is November 21st of 2020, which, okay, let's not go into the year because 2020, we know how horrible
2020,
that's
yeah,
been
we
for
don't want to talk
everybody.
about 2020.
But
We don't want to talk about 2020.
November 20th is just like a sad day in human history anyway, especially in my family, because we found this little kid in a coffee can on the front step, and ever since I've had to like share stuff, and that's hard. Um, but Friday, November 20th, my brother celebrated his birthday, his 50th birthday. I don't know how you feel.
50,
I'm going
no,
to put a
I'm
link
50.
in the
I am
chat if
54.
you want to
I am
join us
54, and I am proud of it because I look good at 54.
on the stream and say happy birthday to our birthday boy on Kathy and Kitty Explain Pop Culture. So again, Kathy and Kitty Explain Pop Culture, that's our show. That's what we do. We want to say hi and send a shout out to our cousin Letta. Thanks for watching. For those of you watching on YouTube, by all means, uh, please hit us up with a thumbs up, with a like, and consider subscribing. We do this every Saturday night. Have some fun.
I know.
All right. Happy birthday. Greetings coming from Reverend Kit. Hi, how are you? Miss
Hi,
you
Reverend.
so
Happy,
much.
and thank you
And
so much.
hello to you and your family too. So uh, wishing you hello. Lots more hellos and birthday wishes coming in, all for our dude of the hour. So it's all about you. You know what? I'm going to give you your space, which usually I don't do because you're eating or doing something ridiculous. But you know what? It's all about you right now.
You know what? I want to thank everybody for wishing me a happy birthday, and I am having a great weekend so far. Um, it is just very nice and
Okay,
very
Katie,
special,
I'm sorry.
and
I wasn't going to entertain
yeah,
that thought because she's asking, "What are you eating?" And I thought, you know what? It's your birthday. This would be the one show you would not eat. You would just kind of like you would not eat. There'd be no eating. bless it. But I guess that's
I
not the
don't,
case.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you would think I would not eat today. I don't understand. I'm always eating, so I don't understand why you think I wouldn't eat. But yeah, we're gonna have fun. Hey, Ed, KP, happy birthday, KP. Ed, thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. We're gonna go through all the things that I like and enjoy for my birthday, and some of you probably already know. If you want to look, if you want to call in, Kathy has a number. You can call in if you have a memory about us together or doing something. I would love to share memories with people. If you want to come in on the stream and say something or share memory of something we did together or whatever, I did a lot of bad stuff, so keep it clean. So, but otherwise, hey, let's just have fun for the next hour, okay? Help me celebrate my birthday. With COVID, technically, I was supposed to be doing the show from a party tonight because I was going to have a spades party, but we had to cancel the spades party because of COVID. Um, and here we are.
All right, here we are. And again, because of COVID, we have to make the best of it. Unfortunately, usually around the holidays, like for Thanksgiving, we would possibly, sometimes we stay here in North Carolina. Sometimes we do travel upward. But, for Christmas, I know you guys have come down here. But again, because of
Yeah.
COVID, because we're not traveling, because we're trying to make sure that we are staying safe. That's not going to happen. So even though we usually don't celebrate birthdays together, we do actually get to be together and celebrate. It's a different way to do it. So this is one of the ways we get to celebrate and be together as brother and sister. Is to kind of hang out on Saturday night and talk pop culture. So this show is all about your favorites. So I don't know. I think one of the things, anybody who knows you knows that you love yourself some comic books. And I don't know, maybe you could tell us about your favorite superheroes, since I think
I,
that's
I
one of
first,
your
I
big
first, I first
favorites.
I first started reading comic books when I was like 9 or 10. So I've been reading comic books for at least a good 43 years, 44 years actually. I've been reading comic books. And when I used to do the podcast with my son, the Nerd Nation podcast, I mean, not Nerd Nation, like Nerd Like Son, I was pretty much the historian on the podcast because I knew all these facts about comics or the storylines from way back in the day. So, I it, comic books was something that I just gravitated to, and I loved. I remember my father. I remember Dad used to complain sometimes. He told me the story. He told me the story actually. Mr. Ellaby, who was a school teacher, said something to my dad when he was complaining about me wasting money on comic books. He goes, "How's he doing on his placement scores? How's he doing on English and vocabulary?" And Dad said, "Oh, he's doing pretty good." And how's he doing? This, that, and the other. He goes, "Oh, he's doing pretty good." He's like, "Because he's reading. I know it's comic books, but at least he's reading." So at 10 years old, I'd be reading all comic books all day, and it was more complicated than you would think it was, especially when you read things like the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, and Spider-Man. Some things that you read were more complicated. When you watch Batman figure out a mystery, that's more complicated. And I've always gravitated towards superheroes and comic books, and it's always been my thing. So my I got my four favorite comic book characters. Starting with Black Panther, of course. Black Panther. And now, before he became famous in the movie, I was a big Black Panther fan from before because he's a Black Panther. And he's such a cool character. Um, but yeah, so Black Panther, T'Challa, is a great character. And my next one on the list is Nightwing. And Nightwing is Actually, he used to be Robin. He's Dick Grayson. He used to be Robin. He got old enough and he became Nightwing. So that was pretty cool. And he's a great character. He's like a better version of Batman because Bruce Wayne trained him. But whereas Bruce Wayne, Batman doesn't get along with a lot of other superheroes, Nightwing does. Everybody likes Nightwing. He's like a likable guy that everybody likes. Thank you. Oh, Matt, my buddy Matt. Thank you, Matt. Luke Cage is my next one on the list of my favorite superheroes because it's Luke Cage, man. He's Luke freaking Cage. Power Man. He's a guy in Harlem that like, fights crime, and he's just cool. And once again, I liked him before the Netflix show came on. He was one of my favorite characters before that. My ultimate favorite superhero is Batman. Batman is the baddest guy ever. He can beat anybody. Fight me on this. Fight me on this. Batman can beat anybody because Batman is a normal person who trained himself to do that. Like it doesn't get any better than that.
I think most people would agree with you because I think Batman has a lot of different fans. So people definitely love Batman. So I'm the Batman. Who's your favorite as far as now? I know you are steep deep into the comics, and is there any favorite as far as the comics phases of Batman or incarnations of Batman that you like? And you know what my next question is going to be is who is your favorite or what actor do you think has best portrayed the Batman? Or is it Batman or the Batman? Because we have a school now in our district that they
Batman,
put the in their name, and it's a different thing now.
It can be either way. It's the Batman. Some people say the Bat. The best actor to portray Batman ever is going to have to be hands down. Sophie and I want to know what you're eating. I'm eating.
There's always this.
I'm eating from Wawa grapes and cheese and crackers from Wawa.
And you know what? There are 23 hours in the day that we're not on air. You couldn't eat during those other 23 hours.
No,
just wondering.
No,
okay.
No.
Another happy birthday shout out from a former guest on Captain Kenny Explain Pop Culture, and that is Rico, Mr. San Diego. And if you look back at our shows that are on YouTube, when we talked a little bit about Hispanic heritage and some of the pop culture associated with it, lots of great comments on that show. So that's one, go through and check that out. Check that out, definitely.
Yeah, Rico
I know
is
you're a Batman fan, but you're getting some blowback because not everybody's a Batman fan.
Well, Rico, I do like the Shazam on there because I like Shazam. But the thing with it is the best actor who ever played Batman, and fight me on this, is Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck? Really?
Hands down.
Like Michael Keaton?
Ben Affleck is the best, hands down, Batman, Bruce Wayne ever.
Oh, see, now I kind of liked Michael Keaton's Batman. But that's just me.
You like Ben Affleck?
And he's not eating birthday cake. At least he's eating apples and cheese and slightly healthy food. But evidently,
I'm eating healthy foods, Matt.
Someone does agree with you that Ben Affleck is a good choice.
Yeah. So someone agrees with me. Who agrees with me?
You got one person agreeing with you. Let's see.
Ed does. Rico does. Yeah. But let me go. Okay, here's the second best Batman was Val Kilmer. Yes, Val Kilmer was the second best Batman.
Ew. So wait a minute now. Are you dissing Michael Keaton? Come on.
Then after Val Kilmer, then you have Michael Keaton.
Third? Michael Keaton is Michael Keaton is not third on the Batman list, and I'm not too crazy about Ben Affleck's Batman. I mean, I sat through Justice League, and it was, you know what?
No,
Thank God
no.
for
can't you
uh,
can't blame the
the
script.
guy who
You
plays
can't blame the script
Aquaman and Gal Gadot, because otherwise, ugh, you know what? Ben Affleck is
You
like,
can't blame the script on Ben Affleck. You can't blame the script on Ben Affleck.
but I can blame that stiff, no acting-y kind of thing he does on Ben
Oh, come
Affleck.
on. That's Batman. He did Batman. That's Batman. Batman
Ugh.
stiff. That's Batman.
Okay. All right. You know what? It's your birthday. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to let you eat. It's all about you.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. Okay. It's all you. I'm just going to leave it alone. Okay. Whatever.
Okay. So what are we moving on to next?
And no love for Adam West. See, I could always count
Ed,
on Ed. Ed's old school. And
Ed.
Ed, I'm sorry. I have not been to the post office. I got a bunch of stuff that has to go out, including Kenny, your birthday kind of care package that does include the pop culture kid shirt, and you can get these. So little cool thing that we do here on the channel. But Ed, yours is coming, so just know that. But yeah, no love for Adam West.
Adam West is
You know
on
what? The
there.
Justice League, I liked it. The movie was okay. I'm just saying, um,
I'm waiting to see.
it
I'm
wasn't
waiting.
gonna be
I'm,
made better
no.
by the acting of Ben
I'm
Affleck
waiting
as
to see.
Batman.
I'm waiting to see what the Snyder Cut does for the Justice League movie. I think the Snyder Cut will do wonders for the Justice League movie, because the Justice League movie did suck.
Okay.
You did a whole Frankenstein thing to bring Superman back, which, like, whoa, what is that for? No,
Is it not working for you?
no, not even a little bit. But I'm waiting to see what the Snyder Cut does for that movie to make
So
the
what's
Justice
the
League movie
Snyder
better.
cut? When is that due out? And is it going to be something that
Um,
we'll have to
I
stream,
don't know,
or
Ed.
is it?
Either Rico or Ed Brown would know. I think the Snyder Cut's coming out in December, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe the Snyder Cut's coming out in December, or maybe 2021.
But is it
Rico,
something?
Ed Brown.
I'm imagining we're going to have to stream it though. Um,
It's
it's
going to be
not
on
going to be.
HBO Max. It's going to be on
It's
HBO
okay.
Max.
I don't have HBO Max. All the good like cable channels are now gone. So because you know
Yeah,
what?
Rico said it's going to be
So
on HBO Max in two
HBO
parts.
Max next year. You know what? I might just have to buy it and pay for that myself because I can get it on my devices and just get HBO Max because you know what? I'm in a cable desert right now,
Yeah,
and it's very discouraging
I got you.
with the few hours that I
I
have that I could
I
actually
got
watch
you.
something good. There is nothing
I'll give
on,
you.
and that's
I'll give
depressing.
you. I'll give you my account. I'll give you my account. You got HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Okay. I might need that. All right. Somebody is with me. Thank you. No bueno on the Ben
Matt,
Affleck
Matt,
field.
Matt, 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 Matt is
I'm
no,
just
and
saying.
I guarantee you, Matt is agreeing with you right now, but he is drunk.
Okay. And just so you know, I do have the phone synced up. And again, I don't get the best reception. So if you are trying to call in, bear with it. I will try to make sure that we are hooked
Yes,
up.
Letta.
We are
Letta,
connected.
I will be trying to watch Wonder Woman '84 in December on HBO
Well,
Max.
okay, so but will you have to pay extra for it on HBO
I
Max,
don't
or
know.
will it?
I haven't looked at HBO Max in a while. I didn't look and see if you have to pay extra. If you have to pay extra for Wonder Woman '84, HBO Max, I just might. DC movies aren't really that good usually, but I
Uh-huh.
just might have to try it out just to see
I wasn't
if they.
crazy about yeah, I wasn't crazy about Suicide. Now I liked Aquaman, and I did enjoy Aquaman, and maybe call me superficial, maybe I just need to see, you know, Jason Momoa walk around, with no top on. So, okay. But also I thought Wonder Woman was pretty good. It got slow in parts, but I was surprised at
Wonder,
how
Wo-
much I
Wonder, Wo-
enjoyed
Wonder
Wonder
Woman
Woman.
Wonder Woman could have been a better movie if they hadn't went all cosmic in the end.
Yeah, it got a little. Yeah,
It
and
got a little
again,
carried
I
away.
like the idea of her kind of teaming up with that whole group and the whole World War II story and bringing all that stuff in there. I thought was real. This is so hard to do because even though I'm trying to look in the camera, out the side of my eye, all I see is you eating, or all I hear is you eating. Oh my gosh.
Let's move
Anyway,
on with
I
let's
got
move
I got
on with
a
superheroes and
little
go to the
treat for
rest of the
you.
list.
I invited some folks on, but I guess they didn't decided not to come on. But that's okay because it's all about you. So I'm gonna let you eat and chew and do whatever you. I'm gonna let you do you and tell us about your next list.
The next list is the um. Oh, we're going to do the music list. Is that the one we're doing? The music list. So my favorite music is I like funk
How about you?
and I
You
like
do whatever you want to
jazz.
do. Your favorite
Oh,
music is
well, my favorite. Well, we're going to start from the bottom. I like funk and I like jazz. Um, and
so
I like
you
acid
must love
jazz.
a group like what was that Daz disco jazz. Daz, disco jazz.
Yeah,
No?
yeah,
Okay.
I like jazz. I like jazz. I like a lot of it. I listen to me being a
You,
DJ in the past.
okay.
I
Oh
listen to
wow.
a
You know
lot of
what?
different music.
I'm probably gonna have to go off air again because I gotta shut the door because I'm hearing feedback from this being played upstairs. So okay, talk about your other genre of music because I gotta cut out.
All right. Um, so jazz. I got into jazz when I was in college. And the first jazz song that I actually heard that got me into jazz was Birdland by Weather Report. They really got me into jazz. From there, I started listening to George Benson, and I admit I was wrong. I thought Kenny G was jazz, and I listened to that too. But I got into George Benson and a lot of other jazz, and Grover Washington Jr., who I saw live in concert one time before he passed away, which
Oh
was a great
wow.
concert. Yes, I saw Grover Washington in
You saw
concert.
Grover
Um,
Washington Jr. in Philly?
yeah, in Philly. I think it was at the Keswick, and
Oh, that's the first place I saw Tina Marie at the Keswick.
I think it was at the
Anyway, go ahead.
Keswick, and I think the Yellow Jackets opened for Grover Washington Jr.
Oh, sweet.
So it was the Yellow Jackets and Grover Washington. It was a great, oh my god, awesome concert. Um, but I slowly got into jazz. I got into jazz more and more as time went on. And when I did my spoken word, I actually learned how to perfect my spoken word by performing with jazz artists. So I would, who's my favorite jazz singer? Take Six, Charlie Parker, Manhattan Transfer, Al Jarreau out of that list. Al Jarreau's version of Take Five is epic.
I do love me
Yep.
some Al Jarreau. I will not argue with that.
Al Jarreau has a live version of Take Five that is epic. And I love Take Five anyway because I love Brubeck's Take Five. But Al Jarreau's Take Five is like wow. One of my favorite jazz albums is kind of like an acid jazz almost. But if you ever get a chance, listen to Miles Davis Bebop. It's the last album Miles Davis made before he passed away. It's called Bebop. This will take you to another place.
Just circling back because we always have fact checks by Ed. That's why he gets a Pop Culture Kid T-shirt. Ed is on it, and he's got all the details for the director's cut, the Snyder cut, coming out
Turn that off.
in May.
Cheryl, turn that off,
I'm
please.
sorry, coming out in 2021, which I think everybody's looking forward to 2021. It's like countdown to 2021. We're not counting down to anything else or caring about anything else. We are just
Mm.
tired of 2020. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
3 hours and 34 minutes. I don't
I'm,
know.
I'm, I'm in. I'm
Um,
in. I'm in. I'm all 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm in for it all.
Sun Ra is good. And let her knows what she's talking about here.
Sunrise,
Sun Ra
yes,
is
yes.
good. And hi to our dad. shouting out
Yeah,
and coming on. Can you not?
we're in our 50s. At some point, you might want to stop calling us kids. I don't know.
Matt Ward also weighing in on Sun Ra. Great stuff. Why don't you talk about some of your other musical favorites?
Oh, and about next we have Janet Jackson. Love me some Janet Jackson. I'm going to date Janet Jackson one day. She just
Okay.
doesn't know it.
Okay. You know what? If you think about Janet Jackson back when she was Penny, that's creepy, but okay. I'm taking it you mean Miss.
Actually, back when she was Penny, we were the same
Yeah.
age. So
Okay.
it's good.
Well, she, yeah.
Um, Now my next one on the list is Jackson 5.
All
Not
right.
just Michael
Jackson
Jackson,
5.
the whole Jackson 5.
The,
I love
the
Jackson
whole,
5. Now,
you
I don't
know
know if
what?
you
The
remember
Jackson 5. Tito 2.
Tito
Marlon,
2.
Jermaine,
Tito
Jackie,
2.
Tito, and Michael.
And
The
Randy
Jackson
too.
5.
But see, the thing about
Okay.
the Jackson 5, my memory with the Jackson 5, this is why they're one of my favorites. When we were young, um, um, when we were young kids and we went to what school? We went to ILC, Intensive Learning Center on 5th and Luzerne in North Philly. We used to have an assembly every Friday. And every Friday I had an afro back then. Not like now, but I had an afro back then. And we used to do an assembly, and I used to lip sync to Michael Jackson and Jackson 5. And I got 4 of the kids to be the Jackson 5. I would be Michael, and we would do the whole Jackson 5 thing every week in front of the assembly of kids. And I would be Michael all the time. And I did the spin, and I had the best dance moves. And so that's like, I'm not saying just Michael Jackson. I'm thinking Jackson 5 because I love the Jackson 5 early stuff when they did more harmonies. And you had Jermaine singing also. And Michael and Jermaine was a lot of songs with Michael and Jermaine singing. I don't know why they left that formula just to put Michael in front. Michael was a great, prolific entertainer. However, that dynamic they had in the beginning where Michael and Jermaine both sang leads on a lot of songs, and sometimes Jackie would come in and Marlon would come in, and they used more harmonies. That Jackson 5, I would have loved to see that Jackson 5 mature and grow older and do the same thing as they got older.
Well, now they did tour when they did that victory tour, as the older Jackson 5. But I think by then, again, Michael was already
He was
catapulting
already,
to fame.
he was already
And
big.
and I think one of the album with like I Am Love, and where you had some of the other brothers singing, and I Am Love is one of my favorite all time. Well, that's when they were the Jacksons. So technically they were the Jackson 5 till they did start to mature and grow up. And once they left Motown and went to Epic Records, I believe it was Epic, they became, the Jacksons. So
Yes.
but again, yeah, I definitely feel you. I know I'm a Michael fan. I'm always going to be a Michael fan, but I do love the Jackson 5 and some of those
Like the Jackson
songs.
5, like Mama's Pearl, The Love You Saved, all these things we had, like, ABC and Sugar Daddy, where you had these different vocals coming in all the time. It was like phenomenal for the Jackson 5. It's just been great. And my number one music, of course,
Of course,
Prince. Prince.
definitely is going to be Prince. It's like
Prince,
no question,
Prince
no
hands
doubt.
down. Prince hands down is the greatest artist of all time. Period.
Okay,
Period.
I hear you.
Fight me on this. Prince is the greatest artist of all time. Period. The man played 30 something odd instruments. The
I should
man
have
had
known better.
the widest octave range of any other performer. Don't give me Whitney Houston. Don't give me Minnie Riperton. Don't give me Freddie Mercury. Prince had the widest octave range of any performer ever. I'm telling you, yeah. My friend Cheryl is like debating because she's a big Freddie Mercury fan. And I love Freddie Mercury. But Prince had a wider octave range altogether. So Prince's octave range was like just. And if you want to get a taste of Prince's octave range, Listen to the song "Damn You" by Prince. I forget what the album is on, but "Damn You" by Prince. It just shows his whole range. It's one of the songs, one of the many songs that shows his whole range.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, hey, uh, taking my pause for the cause just for the moment as we kind of hit the halfway point to thank you for coming in. This is the birthday show. We have a link at the top of the comments if you would like to flick on your camera and shout out and give Kenny a happy birthday. Also, you can call us here at I have the phone on. Now, sometimes it rings, sometimes it doesn't. Now, yeah, it's telling me connection unsuccessful. You can give us a call. It is not a toll free number. We're not rolling like that, but it is a number, a North Carolina number, 704-252-8813 to give us a call because this is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Every week we are here on Facebook, also streaming on YouTube. So if you're watching us on either of those platforms, consider giving us a thumbs up or a like or even subscribing so you can get notifications that we do this kind of junk every Saturday night. Is that yeah, Saturday night. So, if you feel so inclined, please consider subscribing and checking us out. All right. So where are you on the list? Oh wait, we got some comments. We just want to shout out to some of these comments. And
Mhm.
oh yes, if you did not get to see Prince in concert, I got to see Prince in concert several times for the
Me
Purple
too.
Rain tour. One time I got to see him at Rockefeller Center, and it was so
Mm.
interesting because I think this was the album with seven, like all seven.
Mm.
What was the name of that album? Was the album Seven? You have no idea,
Um,
and don't really tell me because you're eating. So again, mute yourself, and nobody wants to hear you
hmm.
chew on YouTube. Anyway, but
That was the same. That was the same album that "Damn You" was on. I think
okay,
that was a
okay.
symbol album.
So, okay, so for this concert, the first half, he pretty much did that whole album, and I had like seats kind of like way like in the back or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't Rockefeller Center
Yeah, it's not that big.
isn't that big a place that you're gonna have a bad seat. But I didn't have great seats. So then at intermission, I'm like hanging downstairs, like there's a place you can go downstairs with refreshments and restrooms and stuff. Anyway, I run into this friend of mine who at the time was a comic, and oh God, I can't think of Mike's last name. And anyway, a really cool guy and really nice guy and comic. And anyway, we were talking, but he was having problems with his hearing, and meanwhile, his seats were right up front. So we actually switched tickets. So he was sitting further to the back, and then I got to sit in front. And I think he was a little disappointed because he wanted to hear the hits, but yet he was doing all this stuff from the new album. And I guess he thought that that's what it was going to be more of when he came back after intermission. But as it turned out, we switched seats, so I'm up close. So I got to hear all like the new stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, all the greatest hit stuff, because that was the second half of the concert. But
Well,
my
I
goodness, if you have never seen Prince live, you have missed it. That
I
was
think
really,
the
really
Purple Rain show we saw together.
the Purple Rain show. There was another time
And
I've seen
I
Prince.
saw the music
I saw him
I
a
saw the
couple times in New
musicology
York
show.
City as well.
Okay, I saw the musicology show. My friend Beth and
Oh, cool.
Jess
Just
Sampson worked for
Simpson.
Prince. That was
Just
nice,
Sampson in the
nice.
house. All right.
Jess Sampson in the house.
Yay.
And Jess
And
Sampson,
he
I don't know if you
actually
heard,
worked
but
for Prince.
Megan will be doing the podcast with me, a nerd podcast with me, starting in December 3rd.
Unless I introduce her to my friend Hey Archer, because he could
No,
use
no, no,
her.
no, no,
Just kidding.
no.
I'm just kidding. But
Megan has loyalty.
and thank you so much to our cousin Letta. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
you
you, Leonard.
tuning in and checking us out. We are doing Kenny's birthday favorite. So this is all about him. That's why he's eating. Oh my God. You can also check him out at KennyKPWalkerJr.com. and find out about some of the stuff he's doing. It's his birthday show, so I'm not going to comment on the eating. I'm just going to let it slide. So for now, Kenny, what's next on your list of favorites? Let's
Let's
get
go
to the
to
favorite
movies.
movies. Let's do them real quick.
Stormy weather.
You added this to the list,
Yeah,
and
I know.
again, when
But
you add
stormy
to the
weather
list
is.
at last
I know.
minute, I can't.
I
I
know.
I don't have
My bad.
time to
My bad.
get graphics for it.
My bad.
I
My bad.
mean, my goodness. But Stormy Weather, why is this such a great movie? Why is it on your list?
Cab Calloway, Fats Waller, the Nicholas brothers, Billy Bojangles, and Lita Horne. Why wouldn't this be a favorite movie? The Nicholas brothers' dance routine was even cited by Fred Astaire as being one of the greatest dance routines ever. The dance routine at the end. Um, this movie also created my love for Fats Waller and Cab Calloway, which is great. That's why I got a lot of this stuff on my Spotify. Um, a great music. So, Stormy
That
Weather.
also
My next one.
kind of circles back to your favorite, one of your favorite artists being Janet Jackson. Because remember her video, Not When I Think of You. What
All
was
right.
it?
Yes. All right. All
All
right.
right with me. Yeah.
All right. The Heavy D, her and Heavy D, and she had Cab Calloway and Nicholas Brothers in that video. Um, Korean pop for sure.
I think
I'm on
that
the birthday
comment was
diet. Yes, I am.
actually Matthew said KP, Kenny KP. I think you wanted to stand for King Player or something, and maybe it does stand for Korean pop.
Okay. Back in the day before I got married, my friends used to call me KP, King Player, because a brother got skills. I like to make KP stand for King Poet because I'm a spoken word artist. So King Poet. KP meant King Player. That didn't come at a very opportune time to talk about. So thank you very much for bringing up the KP. Okay. Um, the next movie. Let's go into movies. Okay, let's change the subject about KP. Let's forget about KP. Um, yeah. I love. You know what? I can see Joe Brown liking Cab Calloway. Idolmaker is my next movie. Idolmaker is my next movie that I love. I love musicals, and this is a great one right here. I love musicals. Tells a story. Tells a great story. All that jazz. We're gonna go through these lists
Okay.
because we're getting
Okay. Well, no, before well, we just got to slow down just for a second, only because Peter Gallagher, who starred in the Idolmaker, that kind of inspired me to start doing like the YouTube, or not even the YouTube, but the Saturday night show, because he tweeted back at me and liked my tweet,
wow.
and he actually commented on something I said because he was on that Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist show,
I
and I was
got a
loving it.
story to
And
tell.
right. And I said, and they asked what song should they do or which song should they cover, and I said they should get Peter Gallagher to do a song from the Idolmaker, and he agreed with me, which was I thought was kind of cool, and I was all excited. You ever get excited when like a celebrity kind of either retweets you or
Yeah,
comments on
I would be excited if a celebrity retweeted me.
See? Oh, and yes, I love that show. Hopefully, it will come back. It will get renewed. I love it. But I'm sorry, not about me right now. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
didn't mean to make it
Okay,
about
it's
me.
fine.
We'll go,
It's okay.
we'll go through your
Okay.
list. But the
Okay.
Idolmaker was kind of loosely based on
Yeah.
like the careers of like Frankie Avalon and Fabian and their manager. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'm just
Oh wow. Wow. You put me on like that. All That Jazz is the next movie. All That Jazz, the Bob Fosse hit, starring the late what is that actor's name starring All That Jazz? Who was in Jaws. Why Ed? Help me out, Ed. Anyway, all that jazz, great musical numbers. I love the ending musical number with him and Ben Vereen.
Roy Scheider.
Roy Schneider, yeah, Roy Schneider. I love Roy Schneider and Ben Vereen in the last rendition. I love when you take songs and you remake them into a different sound. So doing Bye Bye Love, the way they did Bye Bye Love, and all that jazz, made it for me. I love that. I love because usually Bye Bye Love, Bye Bye Happy, and the way they did it, and the I don't and all that jazz was just
Okay,
like Bye
you know
Bye
what?
Love. Bye.
Well, I'm sorry. I just had to kind of put my brother in timeout. One of our big rules on this show is that we don't sing. And there's a reason why we don't sing because we can't sing. I know it's his birthday, but he needed a little timeout because of all the chewing. Okay. That's all I'm saying. All right. So
Wow.
as we come by,
Wow.
Roy Schneider. Yes, Roy Schneider. Thank you, Letta, because we tend to forget. And we probably have to get you on here one of the shows, and we're going to talk about some of the upcoming shows in just a minute. Let's talk about more things from your list. Kenny's favorite
Guess
movies of
who's
all
coming to
time.
dinner? Guess who's coming to dinner? Love this show. Love this movie. This movie is like one of the greatest movies. I love the line when Sidney Poitier is talking to Spencer Tracy, and he goes, and Spencer Tracy's like, they're talking, and they're having a conversation, they're getting to know each other, and he's like, you can't tell me the black kids dance better, don't dance better than the white kids on American Bandstand. And Sidney Poitier goes, well, there's a reason for that. You can dance to Watusi, but we are the Watusi. So
Okay,
I
that
love
was
your
too
line. Oh, Donna's
too
on.
too profound.
Yeah, it was very profound. It's very profound.
Although Donna, she had. I'm sorry, this is going back a movie.
I
I
didn't
like to
just say
introduce
that.
my very
Yeah,
best friend, a
yeah.
great
And a
entertainer.
great entertainer.
All right, your next movie on the list, and the movie, you know what? Actually, the feature I had on my Fire Stick, I used to be able to see, like they had a 24/7 Fast and Furious, and I was actually going to try to watch a Fast and Furious, but I don't have it anymore. And I'm just, I'm in like some kind of withdrawal, you know, very limited time to get to watch shows, but Fast and Furious. You didn't name a specific movie, but I guess the whole franchise is this one of
Nope.
your favorites?
I'm a fan of the whole franchise,
Okay.
except for Tokyo Drift. I've never actually seen Tokyo Drift, but it doesn't have the regular Fast and Furious people in it.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole even after Paul Walker, and the
So
last one
no
they did with
Tokyo
Paul
Drift.
Walker. Yeah, now I haven't seen it. I have it. I own it, but I haven't watched it. But
Okay.
because I'm trying to collect all the movies. Um,
You're on a mission, in other words, to collect all the
yeah,
Fast and Furious movies.
yeah, I have them
Gotcha.
all. I have them all.
All
I
right.
think I have all that. Now. But
Moving on, because we got about 15 minutes, and you still got a
okay,
list that's crazy
on the
long.
town, I love musicals. So on the town is a great one. Frank Sinatra, Gene Kelly, a lot of other actors. The one actress is the one that was in Laverne and Shirley later on down the line in her life. What is her name? What is her name? Ed, help me out here. She was on Laverne and Shirley, and she's on the town. But anyway, I love musicals, and I used to be a really good in my younger years. I used to be a really great club dancer. I was the guy in the club that they had a circle around, and people would challenge, like you got served or step up. I was the guy that people would challenge, and I would dance, and I would win most of the time. 9 times out of 10, I would win. I think I lost one battle, and that's because my shoe fell off. But um, but I would actually watch old Gene Kelly movies and incorporate Gene Kelly moves in hip hop dancing and that's how it would win because I would just like come up with things off the cuff that nobody else would come up with.
Okay. If you say so. What's next on your list?
Wow, is that the way that we're doing? Casablanca, Casablanca.
Ah, great movie. Great choice.
Love this movie. Love this movie. I mean, if Humphrey Bogart is not the coolest guy in this, like, in the world in this movie, if Humphrey Bogart is not the coolest guy, thank you, Donna. Thank you very much. If Humphrey Bogart is not the coolest guy
Eddie
in
Garrett.
this movie, it's
Excellent.
like Betty Garrett. Yes, Betty Garrett. Thank you,
Ed
Ed.
is on it.
That is like great. But yeah, Casablanca is one of my great movies. I love Casablanca. The next one is all the Prince movies. Purple
Oh.
Rain, Graffiti Bridge, Under the Cherry Moon. All of them are great to me. Wreck-It
So you know
Stop.
what's surprising
Wreck-It
about your list is that you have a
Wreck-It
lot of
Stop.
black and white. I'm sorry. You have a lot of black and white films. I mean, even if you
I
count
love
Under
old
the
movies.
Cherry
I love
Moon.
old movies. I love
So
old
yeah,
movies.
it's pretty
I
cool.
love musicals, and I love old movies, and I love musicals. But
But the
Wreck-It Stop,
music, the movie of them all. Well, and I only got the image from one of them, from your all-time favorite movie,
yes,
all time
the
is
Magnificent,
of course.
the Magnificent Seven. Which one is that? Oh, that's for the TV show.
Oh, that's a TV
That's
show. Oh, okay, I
that's the
got the
TV
wrong
show.
image. I'm sorry.
That's the
Okay,
TV
but
show,
you like
Magnificent
all
Seven.
of them. I thought
I
I
liked all
thought it
of
was
them.
the original one.
The the two with Yul Brynner, the ones after that. There's one with
Denzel
George.
Washington, didn't he do one?
Yeah, that I'm getting to that. But there's one with
Okay.
George Kennedy and Bernie Casey. You know Bernie Casey from I'm going to get the newer people, younger people might know Bernie Casey from I'm going to get you sucker. But he was in a version of the Magnificent Seven. It was so great where um, he was the only black guy on the team, and this Southern guy insulted him. And another guy, and he was sitting. The Southern guy, is a great scene in the movie where the Southern guy insulted him. The Southern guy had like one arm, and there was a guy sitting between the Southern guy and Bernie Casey. And when the Southern guy insulted Bernie Casey, the guy sitting between them kind of like he backed up and like got the way. And Bernie Casey reached over the table and picked up the Southern guy. But the way they did it, it was like so cool because as soon as the Southern guy said the insult to the black guy, the other guy's like, "Ooh, I'm getting out the way." Like I don't want. He's like, "I don't want no parts of this. I'm moving." And it was a great movie. Both characters wound up dying at the end. Spoiler alert. But it is what it is. But and Denzel Washington did a great version of Magnificent Seven. Him and Chris Pratt, and oh man, there's a couple other good actors in there. And the actor who was in uh, he played the Kingpin, and he also played and was it CSI, one of those police movies? Anyway, yeah, that one. The guy over here on the far left. Yeah, he was in there, and he did a great role in that movie. That usually remakes are not the thing to do, but when they did that remake, it did the franchise a lot of justice. So that's my movie list. Um, Real quick, we're going to do the cartoon list because I'm a big cartoon fan, and one of my favorite first cartoons from back in the day is Felix the Cat and his magical bag of tricks. I don't think she has that because I did that kind of late in there. But Felix the Cat, you remember Felix the Cat? Felix the Cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. You last one. How's Felix, the wonderful cat? But that, and I didn't put this on the list, but Hercules, where it goes Olympia, and little Newt sings, I'm glad to have a friend like Hercules. I love the Hercules thing. My next favorite cartoon character of all time, that's not a superhero, is Bugs Bunny. Love Bugs Bunny. Like if you can get away with stuff, Bugs Bunny can get away with it. Bugs Bunny was like the greatest thing to me since sliced bread. He was great. I did not like Tom and Jerry. I did not like Heckle and Jekyll. I did not like Woody Woodpecker. I did not like anybody but Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny did it for me. The next one I liked is cartoons wise Super Friends. Who did I'm getting a tattoo of I'm getting a tattoo of Felix the Cat. Wow, Letta, I would keep that to myself. You get a tattoo of Felix the Cat. Does anybody know who Felix the Cat is anymore? But the next one is Super Friends. Challenging Super Friends, whole Super Friends franchise. Loved it. The Galaxies, the Guardians, or whatever. Super Friends was like a great thing. And back in those days, the 70s and early 80s, you didn't have a lot to go by. And you had that. So that was a great thing. Next one, The Adventures of Batman, which is one. Not this one. This is like I think that she got the wrong thing, but I probably put the new one. But Batman, the New Adventures, is something that was done in the '90s, which is like a really good Batman thing. Very noir, very dark, very like it was pretty good. And the next one is the X-Men comic, the X-Men cartoon, which was great. X-Men comic. It's just brought everything full circle for a lot of people. Next we'll go to TV shows.
Okay, before we hit
I'm not,
TV shows, again, I don't know why you're picking on Letta. If she wants to Felix the Cat tattoo, hey, let her do it. But hey, Nuke, I remember Newt from the Mighty Hercules series. Ed Brown is always coming in. You gotta love him because he's just the fact checker in chief. He's got it all down. Wonder Twin
yeah,
Powers activate. That was a good
yeah.
one
Wonder Twin
back in the
Powers.
day. Wonder Twin
Who? Well,
Powers
I
activate.
challenge. I challenge anybody who has never put their hand together with their brother, sister, or best friend and say Wonder Twin Powers activate. And say shape of or form of. Letter, you got it right there, man. Wonder Twin Powers activate.
So we need to do a Wonder Twin Powers activate. Can you?
Mm.
No, other way. Okay. Wonder Twin Powers activate.
Activate.
All right. We'll work on it.
Shape of a waterfall.
A waterfall. I don't have a waterfall. I have champagne, maybe. I don't have a waterfall. I don't have that sound effect. Trying. Uh, see? Okay, see, most of our cartoons were the bomb. So there you
Mm-hmm.
go. The bomb. All right. Or is it the boom? I don't know. Okay, let's go on to your favorite TV shows. Again, it is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, little show we do every Saturday night. I got a little special thing. Hopefully, I can show at the end. And but before we do that, Kenny's going to share with us his favorite TV shows of all time. So I am going, and again, he's going to finish eating whatever he's eating. Lord help us.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm
Um,
done. I'm done. I'm done. So
okay.
first we'll start with Night Court. I used to love Night Court. Night Court was a great show. I used to love Night Court. Um, and then after that, there's a new show on now that I love called A Million Little Things. And the reason I love A Million Little Things is because one of the things it deals with in the show is wait a minute.
What happened? I don't know. Uh-oh, he's having some technical difficulties, it would seem. So I'm going to give him a second to kind of sort that out. And that means I get to fly blind. So once he gets that together, now that is bad to like just totally lose your connection on your birthday show. So I don't know what happened, whether he lost power or what the story is. But A Million Little Things was the one show he was talking about as one of his birthday favorites. And it's a fairly new show. And I know it deals with some issues talking about suicide. And again, okay, he's working on it. He'll be coming back. So while he's working on that, I'll share with you some of the things that was on his list earlier today. Now, I know he might have added some things as far as some favorite TV shows, because I know we have. You know what? I wonder, since he's not here, I can show you the video that I put together. Wow. I mean, it's kind of not good to show it while he's not here, but it would fill in like and give me like 3 minutes for him to kind of get it together. So I don't know. Should we do that maybe? I can show you this little video I kind of put together that I really was going to use to end the show with, which we are coming up on the end, and hopefully he will come back in. But while we wait for him, I kind of just uh, threw together a few birthday clips, and I wanted to share them with you and with Kenny. So hopefully he'll be back uh, in just a minute. So while we're waiting for him to kind of get his video hooked up, uh, check this out.
You're on the screen now. You're on the show.
Okay, just thought I'd share it with you. What's blinking back there? Oh, wait, we don't have sound on you. Okay, we'll get the sound back. Okay, I got it unmuted. We got your
You
sound
got it
back.
muted? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had a little problem. I had to go on my tablet. I don't have my. Oh, okay, I have it here. What's next on my What's next on my list of TV shows?
Okay, on your list of TV shows, and well, thank you, Letta,
Thank
and
you, Letta.
I was uh on your I'm sorry, where were we? Okay, we were finishing up your favorite TV shows. I didn't start the list, but I figure, hey, I would let you start the list. I don't know if you've added some stuff other than
No,
what I
no,
saw
go
already.
with that. I have Smallville on there. I love
Smallville was one of
Smallville.
your favorites. Yep.
Yep.
Also, you had the whole entire CW Arrowverse, which again goes
Yes, I love
to
that. I love that.
our whole theme. I think your next one on the list too also kind of connects. If you guys haven't noticed, we got a real serious deep through line, and that my brother is a big comic book fan. And so when this show came out, and I actually did like this show in the first season, it kind of lost me in subsequent
Yeah,
seasons.
well, that was the writer's strike.
Well, okay, you can't blame the writer's strike on everything because even when it came back, it got a little
No,
far
but it was
fetched.
a writer's strike, though.
It No, the first season was tight. I mean, from beginning to
I
end,
know, but
the
after that,
first
it was the
season was
writer's
really
strike that kind of
good.
messed up the
But
show. It was a writer's strike.
because other shows survived the writer's strike, but they really, really killed heroes. And I don't know if you are going to disagree with me. You know what? I'm not going to put your comments up. Anyway,
No, 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 no. No, Heroes was good, and it was good even after the writer's strike. But during the writer's strike, it kind of like after the writer's strike, it was still good.
okay. All right, let's move on because you know what? Our hour is up, but
Okay.
I do want to honor your last two favorite shows.
What are the last two
Since it is
favorites?
your birthday, huh?
What are the last two favorites?
Your last two shows are Legendary.
How I Met Your Mother.
Uh,
Love this.
I didn't discover that one till later on, but I
Me
actually
neither.
I did enjoy it.
Me
Um,
neither. Me neither. I think what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris's performance made that show, and it was awesome.
oh yeah, he
And my
was.
number one
I know
show, TV
it
show.
revolved around that the Ted character, you know, and I guess he was a star. It was really an ensemble show too, but I just think you know, as
I,
far
I
as
am I am a black version of Ted.
uh, okay, all right, whatever you say. Just exploding theories. Okay, whatever. Um, if you want to believe it. But again, yeah, Neil Patrick Harris as Barney is just makes that show legend.
That
Wait for it, Theory. Okay,
that
and your
yeah.
final show, all
And
time favorite
Mash,
show,
Mash,
Suicide is Painless. Mash. That
Mash,
is some old school you pulling out.
old
Now
school
you're
Mash,
showing your age,
man.
I think.
Yes, and Mash is like I remember one time I had a retail job in college and I got in trouble for customer service mishap and the way I handled it and the way I handled it. If you ask me, I handled it great. But the district manager wanted an explanation because the guy complained to the higher ups, and I compared myself to on the job. I compared myself to like Hawkeye from MASH in retail because I did things as a manager. I did things kind of like unorthodox and kind of like, but it worked. And I did things kind of like weird, like, and I was like the store could be on fire, and I was very like um I was very like relaxed about it. You know, I was very like, okay, we got this.
So
No big
you
deal.
view MASH kind of not just as a TV show, but as a way of life.
Yeah, well, yeah, 'cause a lot of things that Hawkeye did, I kind of like went along with. So I compare myself to my manager that I had to write this report to, I compared myself to Hawkeye from MASH because that's the way I was around the workplace.
All right. Okay, you got it. You like that. And
But
thank you so much.
the guy that's gonna tell a
Video.
joke, the guy that's gonna tell a joke and you don't think he's really serious, but he actually knows what he's talking about. That's me.
That's you. Okay. Oh, and I just noticed that you have on your Prince Purple Rain
Yes,
shirt.
I'm a Purple Rain shirt. Yes.
I'm so slow. I'm like just noticing that because again, I don't pick up on all the clues. But so those are all the things that Kenny likes. And once again, Lisa, Just Sampson, Letta, Ed in the house, Matt Wood that was on earlier, Linda, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us, for sharing in some of Kenny's favorites. I know a lot of it revolved around comics and comic books, but we also had some classics in there too. But we are so glad that you decided to kind of kick it and hang out with us here on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. I wanted to share a little video I did, not just the video clips of the pictures you saw earlier, but the video I put together for my brother's album, which is available on all the places you get music, like Apple Music as well as Amazon. And he is not just my brother, not just the person who eats on live YouTube videos, but he is also a spoken word artist and a gifted poet. And check this out.
And we can do this, it's all one love. Do it for the world, because see, that's what I'm thinking of. This racism thing, it's just another form of hate. Let's throw it all away so we can all be great. And if I can teach the world to appreciate color, if I can teach the world to love one another, I can die a truly free man because I live the best way I can.
And sorry, I didn't mean to hit that again. But that is Throwing Paper. That is the name
Also too,
album.
if you check out, we're going to put it on our website on KennyKPWalker.com. We're going to put this on there also too on Spotify. There's also a new listing, Kenny Walker Jr. And Offshot, one of my bands I had in the past. We recorded an album 5 years ago. We released it on Spotify and all major platforms. So there's more music coming from me that you would love. It's like a funk rock sound with spoken word.
Okay, so check that out. Once again, this has been Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Happy birthday once again to my brother Kenny. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, Kathy, what are we talking about next week?
Emoji. Huh?
What are we talking about next week?
What are we talking about next week? We're talking about, I don't know, 60 minutes worth. Oh, next week, we are going to do our turkey show. So we will be talking about just those memories that you have from Thanksgiving in pop culture. And also we'll give you in the description a link for like the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which is supposed to appear on PBS because there was some
there was some controversy about that.
On free TV, but now I believe Apple owns the rights to it, and you can watch it on Apple TV. But I think they're also going to air it on PBS so that you don't have to pay to see that Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. So join us next Saturday at 8:30 Eastern time. Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We hang out. So next Saturday night, we're going to talk all about those Thanksgiving shows. Yes, that classic KRP. I don't know. We might get dinged, but I might have to show a video clip of that because.
Yeah, we might, I don't know if we can get away with that, but I would love. I thought turkeys could fly. No. For the love of God, I thought turkeys could fly.
Turkeys could fly. Well, you know what? Don't fly any turkeys Make sure you are making your turkeys and your Thanksgiving safe as possible.
Please,
You
please
know,
wear a mask, social distance, sanitizer, whatever you have to do to stay safe. The numbers are getting out of control, and we need you to please be safe so you can watch us the week next week and the week after next and the week after that and the week after that, because we have our shows planned up until January, so we have a lot of show to show you, so we want you to be here for it.
my mask just popped off. All right. So we are out of here. Thank you again so much for hanging out with us. It's Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We
God
out.
bless you soul. Keep living. Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.